Welcome back to our August edition via Zoom. Joining me next is Jen Anderson, just to talk about real estate. Jen, thank you very much for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Peter.
Jen, I go around town, I see a lot of real estate agents I don't recognize and telephone numbers that I seem to be outside of the city. What would you say is your hometown advantage?
Well, I grew up in Milverton, so I've been in Perth County my whole life, and I've been living in Stratford for almost 25 years now. And I think the advantage there is that I know the people, the values, the pace of life in this area, and I know, what people are after. So when they're looking for a home, it's not just a house, it's finding the right community as well. So I'm really plugged in that way. And I also think because I know so many people around here, I have a great network of people that I can connect with for recommendations like tradespeople, mortgage brokers, lawyers, that sort of thing to make sure that my clients are taken care of.
Yeah, I love it. Um, your title is broker. What does that mean, and how does that differentiate then from sales representative?
So in Ontario, brokers and sales representatives are both licensed to sell real estate. But the broker means that I've taken additional courses, which means they're more managerial. So I could operate a brokerage or, manage other offices and things like that.
Oh, that's cool. Tell us, it's now August, so we're getting into the fall real estate season, which is typically warmer. If there's a lot more momentum going. Tell us the real estate climate as you see it.
So this is a sort of a typical answer, but summer tends to be a little slower because people are on holidays and they're starting to think about school and things like that. And the market this year has been, I'm going to call it a little slower compared to previous years with more inventory. So with more listings being on the market, certainly buyers have a lot more options, and that means houses can take a little bit longer to sell. Having said that, there are still houses, if they're priced correctly, can go quickly as well.
And I know that you did something for your real estate community, but you had a trek to Cambodia. Tie that one together for us,
So
a
I'm
fundraiser.
okay. I'm going to Cambodia in October, and it's to raise money for Stratford Optimism Place and the Royal LePage Shelter Foundation. So I did Ecuador, a trek in Ecuador 2 years ago. I've been selected again, and I'm on a mission to raise $15,000. I'm getting close to 12, so I have a little ways to go. So that's a little plug out there too to the community to please support me.
Well, funny enough, we had Jasmine on from Optimism Place, so thank you very much for that lead in. You also had been the recipient of the Diamond Award from Royal LePage. What is that?
It's Red Diamond, and what that means is it goes to the top 5% of Royal LePage agents across Canada. And I think too, I've been a team now for a little over a year, and we achieved that together as a team for the first time. And I think that's just a good reminder of that people really value that hometown, as you said, advantage and that expert knowledge that we were able to do that as a team.
Jen, how do you balance it to make sure because it's a 24/7 business. So how do you balance your work, your family, and other commitments in the community?
Well, it's not easy, that's for sure, but I have gotten better at it over the years. It's like booking any appointment in the calendar, right? Whether it's personal or business, it's in the calendar. And so I try very hard to stick to that. And I think too, one thing I've learned is that I used to maybe not want clients to know if I was away on vacation. I would just kind of work through it. And I'm learning that they actually value knowing that because they respect the fact that I need downtime just like anybody else and know that my family and my personal life is important too.
This is a bit of an unusual question. I know in Toronto, Vancouver, condo sales seem to have tanked. How are they doing in Stratford?
The condo market.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not the same as Toronto, that's for sure. But we do have several condo listings, and as anything else right now, it's just taking a little longer to sell too. But I wouldn't say they've tanked.
No, I know in those particular markets they have. I'm surprised I see a lot that are sold. So I think the condo market seems to be doing well in Stratford.
And Stratford typically is a strong market. So even through the dips, I feel like it holds strong and it's definitely a good place to invest, but also to live, of course.
Okay. Oh, and I agree. Last question. First time home buyers, what advice would you give them?
Well, my first piece of advice is always, if you're looking to get into the market, to speak to your financial, your mortgage advisor, get pre-approved. But I think what a lot of people don't know is that sometimes you don't need, say, 20%. You can sometimes get away with as little as 5%. And there's creative ways that you can get financing. So it's good to speak to a professional and see what your options are. And that way, even if you're not ready now, you can start positioning yourself to be ready when the time comes.
Jen, thank you very much for joining me. Have a great time in Cambodia in October.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.